Thanks for stopping by, guys, and welcome back to GearBlocks for yet another car creation. I've been enjoying this game quite a bit and have been sinking some time into it, and that tells. I have 3 cars in less than like a week. Yes, I've been playing a lot of this game and been enjoying it a lot, and today we're going to take a look at my newest sports car. Now, this is one of those creations where unfortunately, I have to put it down. It is a great car, it's a fun car, but it has a lot of issues that I can't really fix without completely ripping it apart and rebuilding it from scratch. So instead, I'm going to show it off in its current state, which is more than functional, but hopefully have a lot of those issues fixed and improved by the next vehicle. So, talking a little bit about specs, and you can actually see its chassis over there. It is a small block V8 mounted mid-engine, so the engine is back here, running into a 3-speed plus reverse that is capable of 125 miles an hour. That is all ran to a rear-wheel drive only, and this is using a full independent suspension. Now, when I'm talking about issues, there's a few things. One, the suspension itself. While it does work in this design, it doesn't work properly. Mostly in part due to the fact that I made a mistake, and these should be pivoting, but they're not. And when I enable the pivot, this suspension does not like it. I will have to fix that in the current, or the next iteration, I should say. But for now, on paper, the suspension shouldn't work, but it does, so I'm leaving it be. The other issue is, after I made the chassis, I tuned everything to this chassis, and when I started building all of this on top of it, there's quite a bit of issue. Mostly with the weight and the power of everything involved. Essentially, I had to strap a small flywheel to the front of the engine just to keep it from like stalling out constantly, and it's still not perfect. Unfortunately, like I said, I am going to have to put this project down and show you what this thing can do. It drives really well and it's really fun to race around. Honestly, I've just been driving it for fun in my free time, trying to see if I can get the car to brake, which it does. However, all of that out of the way, let's hop inside and look at the controls. You will once again see some familiar little indicators that I've been using. Keybinds 1 will toggle off the parking brake, toggle on the drive light. 2 does nothing in this car because this is only 2-wheel drive. 3, held, will start the engine. And if I tap it again, it'll stop the engine. Hold again, starts the engine. 4 turns on the exterior lights. And a little addition with these lights is whenever I press D, a little indicator will show up on the front and back. And same thing when I press A. There is no flashing mechanism at the moment, but I thought it looked nice. And if I press the brakes, brake lights light up. Nice little details. On the inside again, we do have our mile per hour and our shift indicator. Because the transmission is like beside us / behind us, I couldn't put the little flag on the actual transmission. So instead I have a servo that is buried. Let me actually hop over here. A servo that is buried under the dash, or a linear actuator more accurately, that just moves this back and forth for the gear select indicator. So let's get in this. Hit 1 to go into drive. Like I said before, there are some issues with the car just being underpowered. You may notice it in second gear, it will sputter about sometimes. But it drives remarkably well for all the issues I've had with it. There you can hear it, it just sputtered. And now we're in third gear, going 72 around a corner, just fine. Now I got rid of most of the rolling issues, not all of them, mind you. Most of the rolling issues by basically making the front wheels grip give out at a certain time. Basically tuning the car so that if the car is starting to roll, the wheel will start to, like that, oversteer a bit. Or, I think that was understeer. Always get those two mixed up. But the car will essentially spin out before it will roll. And of course, you do have to kind of use some common sense in the corners. You can't take a corner going 100 in some cases. But because of how the steering is tuned, if you're at full turn and you're still starting to go out of the corner, you can essentially use your throttle and brake to steer you through the corner. This one I have to take a little bit slower. See, I'm going out, I just tap the brake and it slows me down enough to take that corner just fine. Shift down. There we go. And it just races around this track and I absolutely love it. Not perfect, but pretty good. Oh, I need to go back into second gear. I wasn't paying attention to my speed. I do have to be careful in this corner coming up because it is a sharp one and it's downhill. So it's one of the slowest corners I have to take with this car. Slow down right about now because it just comes up out of nowhere. There it is. This one right after is not any better. Shift down. And if you see the front end hopping while I'm in a turn, that's essentially the car asking if it can roll and then the wheels giving out so that it can't. Ooh. Might have got the back end a little sideways on that one. And we should get close to top speed on this straightaway. There's 100. 105, 102. I had to slow down a little bit there because I wasn't paying attention. I was reading the speed too much. And start to slow down for this corner. We'll hit top speed going downhill, and the suspension is probably going to explode here in a second. Usually likes to explode on that hill. Might have been just because I hit that bump. I think a bump made it so it didn't explode suddenly. Alright. This corner coming up I have to be a bit careful with. That one and that one. Okay, slow down a little bit here. Slow down a lot a bit here. Shift down, shift up. This corner can be a bit sneaky. We're good. And we should hit top speed here. Yep, there it is, 125. Oh, we hit 126. You can hear the engine sputtering because it's at the end of third gear. You need to slow down a little bit for this corner. 90's fine. There we go. That's a whole loop. I'm going to go one more. I just enjoy driving this car too much. I'm going to go one more lap. Nope, autosave. Okay, let's not roll in that corner. Oop, nope, forgot about this corner. Told you, sneaks up on me. Okay, we're good. So much more stable than the last cars I built. And there's top speed once more. And we just hop out. So yeah, just taking a little look around. Front arm, just a single linear actuator shared between both. Independent front suspension, like I said, the springs are not right on this one. It's just the same engine transmission that I've been using, but flipped around, and then the power goes back under into the single rear-wheel drive. A beefed up double wishbone just for the sake of, hey, this is holding the engine. And then fuel electronics. Once again, this works with the energy consumption turned on. And then the little shift indicator. It's relatively simple under the hood. A lot of the tweaking came down to like these values, tweaking these values, tweaking how fast the steering engages and how much force it has and what its max turn is, and a bunch of those small details went into making this thing drive as well as it does. And I'm hoping to have an even better car next time. So, with that all said, I am going to be ending this out here. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like. If you have any suggestions, leave in the comments down below. Enjoy the challenge, what I'm doing, please subscribe. It helps out a lot. And if you have any suggestions, I think I already said that, but still, leave them down below. I want to find some more stuff to build. My mind kind of got off track because for a second I thought I'd made something off-center lopsided. It wouldn't surprise me considering how I had to build this thing. But without any further ado, I'm going to end it here. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sticking around. And until next time, peace.